Pokemon Trainers Academy, Episode 9, Peace for Pokemon. Amber lay on her bed one evening staring at the ceiling and thinking about the list of moves she had made for Latias. Flora, Amber asked her roommate, "Hey, you know a lot about grass types. Are there any grass-type moves I should teach Latias?" Flora, who was reading a magazine, replied, "Don't you have a list of moves? If you give me that, I can make a good decision." As Amber began rummaging through her backpack for the list, Flora said, "You know what I don't get? Pokemon battling." "Why's that?" Amber asked. "You force Pokemon into these tiny little balls and then you make them fight each other. It's inhumane!" "But it's socially acceptable," Amber pointed out. "It's still inhumane. Forcing Pokemon to fight against their will," Flora replied. "That's why I want to become a Pokemon breeder. I want to work for the betterment of Pokemon." "Most Pokemon actually are willing to fight," Amber said as she handed Flora the list. "And the ones who aren't just don't listen to anything you say. Take Wally Albrecht, for example. I always have evening study in the arena next to his. He spends the whole hour chasing after his rock because he can't get it to sit still. And once he gets it in his tiny little hands, it slips out and Wally starts running after it again. It's an endless cycle, or a wild swanna chase, if you will. If Ralts won't obey Wally, and Wally's too much of a dweeb to do anything lasting about it. But I don't think it's Wally's fault. I just think Ralts doesn't want to battle." "My point exactly," Flora replied. "Why make Pokemon fight when they don't want to? I've been thinking of creating a club against Pokemon battling. Maybe that will make the world a safer place for Pokemon." "It's not going to work," Amber replied. "Oh, it'll work, for my name isn't Florinina Natural Harmonia Gropia Ciancaglini." "Now I understand why people call you Flora." The next day, Amber saw them everywhere. Posters for the Peace for Pokemon Club, or PFPC. The first meeting was on Wednesday during afternoon free time in Professor Witz's classroom. When Wednesday rolled around, though, Flora was sitting all alone in the classroom. That's when someone opened the door slightly. It was Amber. "Amber!" Flora cried. You came for me." "Oh, I'm not staying," Amber said. "I just wanted to say I'm sorry. This Peace for Pokemon thing just isn't going to work. People have accepted Pokemon battling for too long. It's going to be nearly impossible to change that now. But I did bring a friend." "Who is it?" Flora asked. Amber yelled, "Wally Albrecht!" She swung open the door, revealing the short blonde boy looking slightly puzzled. "Why am I here again?" Wally asked. "You try too hard," Amber told him. "Maybe she can slap some sense into you." She pulled him into the classroom and said bye as she closed the door completely, locking them both in. Because that's how the doors work there. Flora thought about what Amber said. Perhaps Peace for Pokemon was going to fall through. At least one person bothered to show up, even if it was against his will. The silence was broken by the one person saying, "The dark-haired girl said you could slap some sense into me." So he cleared his hair from his face to reveal as much skin as possible. "Let the slapping begin." Flora laughed. She wasn't actually going to slap him, but Wally sure was funny. Maybe she wasn't locked in this classroom for nothing.